What's going on YouTube? 088 here. I'm here with my sisters Kemi and Dara. They're invisible. Say hi, Kemi.
Hey.
Hi, Dara. Say hi, Dara.
What's up? Right,
so we're going to be watching the Eternals. And this is going to feel like Eternal as we're sitting here reacting and watching this, aren't we? Right, so let's check this out. Reacting to, I haven't seen this yet. It's out on Disney Plus. This is the future where we're watching Marvel movies at home on TV.
I've already seen some TikToks on this.
Yeah.
The love between the Death Girl?
Death Girl?
I think it's Death.
Lady Death's in this? Mistress Death? Oh,
no,
God.
The hearing impaired woman.
Oh, Death. I thought you said Death. Oh, okay. She's from Walking Dead, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's check this out. What other Marvel film have we seen? We've seen all of them except for this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Dara hasn't seen Captain Marvel, which is fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's watch Eternals. Because, in the beginning, before the six singularities and the dawn of creation.
Why would it sound like that?
Because that's what the collector sounded like when he said about singularities.
Arashim and the Prime Celestial created the first sun and brought light into the universe. Life began and thrived. All was in balance until an unnatural species of predator emerged from the deep space to feed on intelligent life. They were known as deviants. The universe was plunged into chaos. To restore the natural order, Arishem sent Eternals, immortal heroes from the planet Olympia, to eliminate the deviants.
Eternals had unyielding faith in Arishem until one mission led by the Prime Eternal Ajax changed everything. Okay. I read all of that and I didn't take none of it in.
I don't know what the hell.
I don't know why. And these guys were here when Thanos was fucking shut up, but they weren't doing that.
Shit. But didn't they disappear? Was it everyone?
No, I think they were there. I don't think they disappeared though. You're Rob Stark.
So like
Cersei. He's like, well, I don't like that name.
Did you say what's his?
I'm Icarus. Yeah, because I wake up every morning and say, I'm Ollie to you, Kemi.
Oh.
He doesn't like that name. It's giving him like PTSD and that from another universe with someone that looks like him called Rob Stark. The fuck? You could have at least tried to move, fam. See, if you had moved, maybe Icarus would have saved
So
him.
these are deviants then? These are the Eternals coming to help them? It's like what henchman is for.
I think he'd play a good Ganondorf. Just give him some bigger body though. I think Ganondorf should be Indian. Because obviously the Grudus are Indian, right?
Are they?
Yeah, it's like the women, you know? He's the only man in their group.
Come on, Angelina.
Imagine being a caveman and seeing people dressed like that. That must be mad.
Yeah, you think that.
And then seeing that. Because if we saw that, we'd think, okay, we've seen that in films, but this is weird. But them seeing that must be like, what?
Maybe we've seen a bit more nauseous. They don't know what life should be like or have this perception of life that the media has given us. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it's still weird. Well, obviously it's weird because I've never seen it before. No, I'm guessing he's doing that.
He's got injured. They're not very strong.
No, she just put her hand there and he's healed.
Okay, that character's meant to be a man in the comics, I think. The woman in the front, Ajax. I know that. You know, she's played 2 Marvel characters. This actress.
What was she?
She was in Captain Marvel. I think she was a Kree. And now she's playing this character.
How you know Captain Marvel's a
That's how you know Marvel's made too many films and running out of actors.
that or, you know, Captain Marvel's just irrelevant.
Yeah, that too. The character in Captain Marvel must be very irrelevant. They'll never make Chris Pratt be an Eternal. That'll just be weird, right? Or Chris Evans. Unless you're going to explain it with some multiverse of madness stuff. Jon Snow!
Ooh, see you tonight.
Aaron's coming.
she not strong enough just to hold it?
No, it was quite big, wasn't it?
Perhaps they look a bit odd like everyone else.
Oh, you mean do they have super strength naturally? Like, I don't know if they have. I think they just have their one power, right? I don't know how their powers work. Because it's weird. They all have powers and they also have super strength, don't they? Like all these superheroes. Fuck's Jon Snow doing, man?
Wow, guy. She had that power. Not that people do that to me, I'm saying.
So these guys managed to keep themselves hidden for 5,000 years. Oh. So that girl, that little girl, in the comics, her character's a boy that looks very similar to how she looks. But they made it look just like how she looks in the comic as the boy, but they made her a girl in this for some reason. So, you know, so you have the comic in mind, see how they adapted it.
What? Yeah, like Doctor Strange.
He won't live forever, you know. We've been with him. He's cute.
What is Sprite to them two? Like a little friend or something?
Lilt.
But he's a hero as well, as far as I know. I think he's someone called Black Knight in the comics. He rides a flying horse.
Maybe he gets powers.
But I don't know if they're going to do that in the films. I don't know how
It's
they're
so
going
sick how they all come together like that.
to causing bad accidents and that. To be fair, this would be normal with Camden. You know how weird Camden is? Camden is so freaking weird. Especially at night.
It's not a good place to be at.
In the cinema, people be like, yeah! Okay.
He's a bad guy, isn't he?
Does he have evil vibes?
Well, based on what I see in the comics, that would be very wrong if they did that.
What about the people inside? What should we do with Thanos
There's
now?
no one in there apparently. It was just conveniently
No, what about the bus driver?
convenient. So she can manipulate elements, right? You can turn things into other. Why don't you just turn this guy into like flowers or something?
It's like too easy.
So this is an internal then that's turned into a deviant.
But that's what Thanos is. He's an Eternal that turned into a deviant. But he's not like that. He's not like just a monster. Icarus is also really blonde in the comics, like Thor. And he has kind of long hair. But they changed it here for some reason.
Finally get to meet up all these years.
Next time I see you, you'll be all in black.
You're annoying.
He's all in black. And his name is Black Knight.
To be a giraffe when I was a kid.
It's too bad I can't change sentient beings. I'm a very cute giraffe.
Oh, she can't change sentient beings. Okay, fair enough.
Does that answer the questions?
We were instructed not to interfere in any human conflicts unless deviants were involved.
Why?
Well, you're not a deviant
We've
then.
protected humanity from everything.
There'll be no movies.
7,000 years. You never had a chance to develop in the way you were meant to.
That's evolution.
Well, is this a flashback? Yeah, this is in a cinema. When was it in a cinema? Just before Spider-Man came out.
Really?
Yeah, I know. No one really cared about it. I reacted to like one trailer and I didn't really care that much after. Babylon Lee, Rastaman alone.
I don't know if it's that place, but... Damn.
This is actually what Babylon looked like. The Celestials. This is cool, this bit.
The Eternal serve divisions across the galaxies will learn from your success.
You know that thing that she was speaking to is one of those things that... You remember the flashback where they were destroying everything with the Power Stone? And that thing where the Guardians of the Galaxy were playing... Or like drinking and stuff in the head nowhere is one of them. Damn, we're only 25 minutes in.
Yeah, nothing's happened yet.
She also says that stealing is very, very bad.
ما اشتغل كرامتي
Maybe they're language now.
ما ادريش بالعكو.
I know people getting upset that there was a sex scene in this because it's Marvel. Stupid.
Yes, because superheroes don't have sex, do they?
Well, at least in Marvel's one, I guess. Because they're not used to seeing it, that's
Still
all.
don't know if Captain America's had sex yet. That bit.
Because you don't usually see this in Marvel.
They're just having a really affectionate hug.
Tony was doing stuff with that reporter in 991. You sort of see it, kind of.
That's the sex scene.
Yeah. I'm guessing that must have been it.
Hey, Jack!
This is really dark, this thing. I don't see nothing.
It was a deviant.
I don't think she's really dead.
I don't think so either, but let's see.
The heck? Is that an Infinity Stone? Not joking. Oh.
Are you sure you talked to Thor?
What else would it be?
Mad rearing.
He's mad wary. Is he mad wary then? I guess we're gonna find out now.
Don't. You don't interfere in the wars. Everyone is going to die.
Are you okay?
The heck? Did she do that or was something controlling her?
Maybe it's a perception of her.
Damn. They click with Thanos now. 2 seconds.
Think so?
There is no cure.
It was like a disease, huh?
You attacked everyone. You have mad women. Your mind is fractured under the weight of your memories.
You're asking her to let you erase who she is. I've watched humans destroy each other when I could stop it all in a heartbeat. Do you know what that does to someone for centuries?
It is, isn't it?
I can't imagine being alive for 7,000 years and seeing stuff like this happen all the time. It's messed up, but we need to make mistakes so we know.
You may all go.
You need
If
to
there's no
mistakes.
problem, there's no reason for you to stay.
You shouldn't ask Garrison first. We're a team, we should stay together.
I didn't ask you for your advice, please. Do not forget your place.
You're shutting down like
How can you
that.
say that to him?
Basically, just shut your mouth, Ty. That's what you just said.
She's saying after they kill all deviants, just live your life.
Uh-huh.
What else are you gonna do?
You become a Bollywood star. It's like, hey, these people kind of look like me. Let me hang with them.
Hey, Jack's dead.
She was killed.
I am making a documentary about us. Sprite, tell them about yourself.
Oh, wait.
This is Cersei. Cersei, tell them about yourself.
Did you just sit and spray it?
Sprite says you're addicted to this thing.
Oh, this? You know, things we don't age. I think it's quite good.
Fuck this lip. I'm not watching it.
I did think this film was weird, I don't know.
Grandfather,
Realistic.
father, and me.
I completely missed it with is it Thor? Did they wipe her memory?
No, they decided not to.
Did they decide not to? I didn't clock that.
I'm sorry, Gil. Your Jack's dead.
Dropped the player in shock.
Oh.
Oh, he still wants to eat it. He's not that crazy. Oh wait, no. His plan didn't work. That was like extra dramatic. So that was more irritating than when if you just dropped it, like how they always do in films. Yeah, I can see why people were like kind of like, this film's annoying. It's kind of slow. It feels like it's trying to be like Dune with a TV budget.
God, war. Remember who you are.
Remember who you are, Simba. Remember.
Can you stop talking?
Disney, innit? They're gonna reuse their shit.
Like-
You know how Disney reuses their animations and that? They reuse their dialogue as well.
Where's this calling for kids? I gave you the same thing, Spider.
That's so annoying, man.
Yours is a secret, bro. All them taught me as a banker.
So you fought with Odin then?
So now that Captain Rogers and Iron Man are both gone, who do you think's gonna lead the Avengers?
I can lead them. Jack didn't even choose you to lead us. Whoa! I chew each kernel myself and fermented in my spit.
You were sent to Earth to bring forth the celestial Tiamat. The planet Earth was chosen to host the celestial Tiamat. Now, the human population of this planet has reached the required amount. It is time for the emergence to begin.
Look what's gonna happen to the Earth when it wakes up. Yeah, that's not good, man.
That's why he told Agent not to.
One Cersei is the beginning of another. Celestials use energy gathered from host planets to create suns, generating gravity, heat, and light for new galaxies to form.
Damn. It could be like that in real life, you just don't know.
That they're massive transformers in the sky doing it.
Into darkness. It is here that I built and programmed the Eternals.
Programmed? They're not sentient or what? Well, I guess they're sentient but just built rather than born. Wait, the Eternals are robots?
That's why I said it makes sense why they can't age or grow.
It's pretty deep.
We've helped the Celestials expand life across the universe. That's not what bad guys do, that's what good guys do.
And 3 times innocent lives have been sacrificed for the greater good. It turns out to be a mistake.
Why should copying Captain America's bars for? Every time we stop a war before it starts.
He says Disney will just take over.
So we figure out.
Oh, Sprite.
So he's just controlling all these people. Does that sound good to you?
Make yourselves at home.
Why do these guys have accents? I guess they're not supposed to be Irish. They're supposed to be like whatever accent that is in his language. That we're just understanding like how they're speaking. Kind of like Metal Gear Solid when they're speaking Russian, but it was in English.
I think we must learn from our mistakes and do better, son. You are not a god. You know, right now you are a Kingo, the movie star. I've directed some things too. Some internet content. Reviews. I don't do it for reviews. That's all. It's wasted.
It's like me.
Why is he so pissed anyway?
I think he enjoys the power it's getting to him.
The Eternals are there just to release the eternal leaders on the planet.
They're like farmers basically. Make sure the farm's nice for the other Eternal to grow.
But it's like,
They're gonna die though.
And they're all gonna die. The new Eternals are born.
yeah.
But it's the same ones, just their memories. Are they in different bodies?
There were so many there though.
You guys enjoying this film so far?
No.
Really not?
Something's
alright.
It's like, I think it's just hard. Because
Okay. Like,
It hasn't got much charisma. Not that we need Marvel humour, thank God
not
no.
humour, but it's something else. I guess maybe epic, then waiting for something epic to happen.
Have you read Peter Pan? Icarus is Peter. Cersei is Wendy. You are Tinkerbell for obvious reasons.
I thought she was gonna say she was Peter Pan.
And the rest. Tinkerbell's always been in love with Peter. And it's hard for her because she can never be with him.
It's weird because, well, I mean, it could be gay, but Sprite's a boy in the comics. I don't know if that's the storyline, but
who was Peter?
Icarus.
No, she was Icarus.
Makes sense. When he came, she was like, Icarus!
I mean, technically they're the same age, right?
Yeah, they are. It's just like, it's hard,
It's a
man.
big issue.
Is it
tell
though?
me, huh?
Is it though? It's like saying a midget is not as a child or something.
No, it's not the same. That's an actual child.
They're literally the exact same age. They were made the same time. Is this going to end with them all fighting each other? I'll give this film one thing. I have no idea how it's going to end. Is that his powers? Laser fingers.
Very nice, sir. Are you mental? Hide! We need action sequences.
I felt like Scream being meta.
Oh, you really looked after her.
Sun's getting
Sounds like real life. That's what I was thinking. Huh?
I really thought she was dating Icarus from the trailers, but he likes Cersei. What is Sprite's powers? She can go invisible. Huh?
Illusions.
Oh.
And possibility.
Don't like snow.
Ew.
It's a shame. Those deviants look long, man. The whole. No, I don't. I think they're just their side effects. They're not really. It doesn't mean anything. It's basically. It's not really. Doesn't.
Oh, it's keep the planet safe until they're
they come out.
Because they need the humans for energy.
It's got a tree. What made a tree?
She can't normally transform sentient beings.
I thought she made a tree and got it stuck in there. I didn't know she made it into a tree.
Yeah, neither did I, to be fair, until he said that. That's why I wasn't shocked. I thought. Shit.
I've taken him.
Where is everyone? Why are we not having him? It's all talking about the tree.
What's going on in my head? Is that the disease thing?
Yeah.
Was it called Bloody Mary or something? I can't remember what it was.
Bloody Mary. Now that thing's gonna be strong. Oh, it's turning human.
The fuck?
What the hell?
Perishing useless. And left us to die. Each emergence.
Yeah, they've been recycled into deviants, other Eternals, from different planets.
Why did you think they get recycled?
I thought the way he was talking, like he was remembering.
You just got her memories. So
I thought
these
maybe
guys
that was.
have been killing his kind. That's what he said. Like the deviants kind. That's what he meant.
Oh. But it turns them human when it takes the memory, like more humanoid.
I guess because he's absorbing them. So.
Weird.
He's evolving.
Okay, I guess he did design the bomb.
They're not worth saving.
I'm joking. He's the one that caused all this.
That's Superman! Dad, that's Superman!
Okay, well, we should just go inside, right? Can I call you Clark? Is that where you go by now? Because, Dad is that?
Can Marvel do that?
I guess Superman's fictional in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. DC exists, but not Marvel. I wonder what replaces that then.
Real places.
Star Wars, look. But we've already known Star Wars exists in the MCU.
What is this even made of? Vibranium.
I got that.
Ball collection. IKEA.
I think he was going to say IKEA.
I'm not gonna.
Habibi.
Is he in the tunnel as well?
The Habibi guy, no?
So call him Habibi guy.
Well, we said Habibi.
But they're so excited to see this, right?
Yeah.
Like, first gay.
Who's excited? Well, people.
Yeah, people, yeah.
Well, maybe.
This is Makari, or should I say, this Havisham. None of us have seen her for centuries.
If I can find a way to connect us all, one of us could become immensely powerful, pulling the accumulated energy from the rest, forming a unimind.
No, we heard you the first time.
Terrible,
More
man.
brainstorm. We could be responsible for billions of lives not being created.
The thing growing inside the earth.
Say something, Nicholas.
He's the boss? I would never have known.
I will follow you to the end like I always have.
What did you say?
I will follow you to the end like I always have.
No, you think that?
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
Well, at least they didn't do the cliche thing I thought they were going to do. What did you say? That is, I hate that trope. I hate that trope. They've overused that so hard.
I know.
Wait a minute, did you? I think I might have used that in Avengers.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Going down that line.
What did you say? Quickly, come with me.
When you said that made me think of
It's cringy now. It's done too many times.
You have to live in the truth.
Oh, he already knew.
Why?
Because
He already knew. That's why he said that.
I have followed Arjun for millions of years, and I have never doubted him.
She must be one of the oldest Marvel characters.
5 years ago, Thanos erased half of the population of the universe, delayed the emergence.
So Thanos was right in terms of the Eternal. He knew. Or was he the one that killed her?
I can't let you betray Arjun.
Someone was right about him being a bad guy. Was it you, Dara, that said he's a bad guy? Or was it Kemi? Oh, I thought she was gonna die. Oh, that's the one that took her memory. And it took the other one as well. That's when it got Gilgamesh. So they've got cosmic energy that they can just give to things and make them evolve and grow and get stronger.
So what's his
They all go green when they die. Was that just bad effects?
Icarus, what are you doing?
Getting comic accurate, Cersei. Can't trying to.
I'm close to figuring it out.
What a prick!
Isn't he like the leader of the Eternals though in the comic? I don't get it.
Yeah, but that makes sense because he's following the order of.
Yeah, but I don't know the story of the Eternals in the comics. So maybe this is what happens.
You do not turn against your family.
Family.
They died because of you.
Wait. I'm going with you. Sprite.
Sprite must really like him.
Maybe this plan.
I don't think he's completely wrong though. Like that's a natural order thing. Dinosaurs got wiped out as well, don't they? I'm not saying humans. I'm not saying humans need to get wiped out. I'm just saying when you try and force things, like that's not nature. You know?
Why is Earth so special?
Because we live in it. Because we're all about ourselves. We're up our own arse.
Everywhere.
So, but Earth is the one that changes them because we're so special.
It's not believable.
I hope to see you on the next
I don't like storylines where it's all like, Earth changed me. The way you humans live are so special. Their flaws, their weaknesses, but their strengths. I have a really horrible feeling that this is nothing like the comic at all. From casting to story.
These concepts are the same, but.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong, but 'cause I haven't read the Eternals comics. But
Maybe it's like one issue that happened.
yeah, maybe. She's a double agent. That's what's. Can he not mind control another Eternal? I don't think he can.
No, he says. I think he said something about.
Because he could have just stopped Icarus, just mind controlled him.
Yeah, he said something about how he's not powerful.
I know he can't do it to Celestial, but.
Oh, Celestial.
Drake's gone.
She could have saved you.
It's over.
She would have lost
You can fly as fast as you can run, right?
it.
Maybe just a little bit slower, I guess.
Enough.
What? His laser eyes that strong. It looks like they don't even do damage sometimes.
This is really satisfying, right? I don't think so. I've been wanting to clip your wings for a long time.
Why? I never got that vibe until now. That just seems stupid. Why are they making it like that?
Clip your wings. I don't know why. I didn't know anything of it until like a few minutes ago.
Yeah, like it never showed anything that he was a dickhead or anything.
Did he? No.
He seemed cool, like until we reveal some weird writing. Maybe it's a comic thing, I don't know. Like if you've read the comics, you'll get what he means. Like
If he was an arrogant person, then maybe. But
it's not. If anyone is like that, is that Druid guy? Fuck.
You're not powerful enough to do this.
You know, got any questions? Oh, Sprite.
Are you really willing to let everyone on this planet die?
if he wasn't there.
I'm sorry, sis.
Yeah. She really is a ride or die for Icarus, isn't she?
Because of them now, I want to know what it feels like to grow up. To have a family.
Because she's got all the best parts of growing up without the aging. That's the worst part of growing up.
Well,
aging, that's the worst part.
oh.
Well, that was very new.
Why you just slap the back of her head like that? I just clapped her back.
Well, that was very new.
Even like the critics didn't like this film, not just fans.
There's nothing good. I feel very like uneasy. It's just bland.
She finished him.
Is that it?
Off his guard. Yeah, you should know that, innit? Guess he didn't absorb all of Gilgamesh.
You have to absorb her when she's in normal form.
I don't know.
It's like whoever did this wanted to write the most annoying cliches, but not thought about the story and how it leads together.
Yeah.
Like, I want to clip your wings makes no sense. That remember thing doesn't make any sense.
Felt like they're just trying to tick loads of boxes or something.
It's a bit weird.
Everything. From the casting to the story to everything. Like.
Yeah.
And it's not like the Eternals aren't diverse. Like, the Indian guy is actually Japanese in the comic, looking. There's a black guy with one of them, but I don't know if it's that same black guy. I think someone else is a black guy. I think the Speed one, maybe. I don't know.
So right at the end, he's decided to let her do it.
I should have thought that, because he's the main character, leader, like, in the comics, so they can't just kill him off. He's got to turn good in the end. Probably shouldn't start out like that, I don't know. They're doing that thing where they put all the power in one, giving all of Goku here the power to turn to Super Saiyan God. Oh, that was the Celestial's hand. Forget how big they are.
Coming out.
Why don't you leave it like that?
They just become tourist
So
attraction.
once it stood out, once it stood up, it would have blown up the whole earth.
Yeah.
Imagine ants did that to you when you're trying to get out of bed. Like, the fuck?
Better be. What's Sprite got to say?
I try to kill a bitch for you and you still go back to her. What the fuck? Sprite can't win.
She helped them in the end, though.
Didn't she just get knocked out? Oh yeah, I didn't even see her. I wasn't even paying attention. She was
All of a
there.
sudden she's like, actually, I don't care anymore.
Yeah. Where's Icarus going? No, he's doing Omni-Man. After he realised I shouldn't be beating the shit out of my own son, I'm gonna fly off now. Though Invincible was better though.
Yeah, man, that was epic.
Invincible was way better than this.
He's gonna go to the sun.
Fuck.
So he's just gonna kill himself.
Might as well just killed him then. Why do you have to have a redemption for?
That's so odd.
He probably ain't gonna die. It's too strong
So what's he
maybe.
gonna do? Just sleep in the sun for a bit then?
Get as strong as Superman.
How did you meet?
What do you mean? Didn't you explain it earlier? Oh. What, so the Celestial decided, yeah, I want to be frozen as well. Like,
They all come from the same thing, so was that really surprising?
wait, are they saying Tiamat decided, yeah, I don't want to be alive. I want to be
You
frozen.
just joined there?
So it's like, yeah, freeze me. I'll help. That's what it sounded like. Just said.
Stop making it
That's what it
sound
sounded like he said, didn't it? Am I going crazy? Explain it to me.
She said, she was like, we were one.
Joined in the power, but maybe it just meant like she borrowed power from him without him realising.
No, he said Tiamat helped or something. Didn't she say that? Tiamat 2 or something, she said, like.
You're not care. I don't care anymore. I don't care.
I don't understand why they turned her into a girl and then made him
So,
made
he
her
just killed
fancy
himself.
Icarus. Oh, they can age now.
Oh.
But why all of a sudden?
You guys did that? I love you so much.
Look, don't patronise me, motherfucker.
Isn't Arashim going to have words to say?
So why did you stop my seed and that?
I put my seed in it and you ruined it.
come he's not riding a horse that flies?
I can fly.
On horses.
I'm a knight.
So he is that, whatever the hell he is.
Black Knight. Oh, is there Arishem?
You can't just appear with your big ass head.
Show me what you got. Arish. Better go get your horse, fam. That flies.
I am
Space
not
though.
watching Eternals #2. The Black Knight, whatever he's called.
You know he fights Iron Man bare times. He's like a bad guy at first. Maybe he's a different version.
But your memories will show if they are worthy to live. And I will return for judgment.
So what is this? Is he celestial?
We like what you got.
What is he? Leader of celestial?
He's one of them, I guess.
Is he a celestial himself? Because he looks like one.
Yeah, he's a celestial, yeah. I don't know if they're leaders.
The other one to come.
Because they just have to make each other grow, like how humans do it, I guess.
Great.
They're just like any other virus in this existence.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, I probably
It's
would
got
like
to
this better
spread.
for the TV series.
No, that would be even more annoying. I spend more hours with these
Why is
guys.
he looking like that, like he's about to do something?
He didn't do anything, he just looked.
I know, but he looked like he's about to do something.
Where's your horse, fam? Your horse that flies. Wow, this is a pretty bad Marvel film. Maybe it'll grow on us. Maybe
I think it will grow on us.
maybe it's one of them ones that in after years it'll be.
Alright. If that's Black Knight, I'm going.
What's that? Is that Pit the Troll?
Oh, they could have done better CGI than that.
Is that Adam Warlock's friend? Oh, this is Star Fox.
Oh, Black Roger, that's who he is. Oh. Listen, yeah, turn this whole thing off. Why is Harry Styles there?
In my Avengers fan, I made Rob Stark Star Fox. Pip the Troll.
Friend are in big trouble. We know where to find them.
What's this now?
Heard about this.
Oh, was this Black Knight getting his sword? Look.
So when he touches it, that's when he gets powers.
I don't know much about him. I just know Iron Man fought him a lot.
No, but what I mean, in this storyline, he seemed like a teacher, like a chill guy all this time, so now he gets his powers.
Sure you're ready for that, Mr. Whitney?
Mysterious man.
Oh,
Thanos will return.
Do you know who that is?
Who is that?
Like,
That was Blade.
Is that Blade?
Apparently.
Is that? Oh, did you see that? Did you see that on a TikTok or something?
No, he was on a chat show, and they were talking about how we hear his voice. The guy that's playing Blade, the guy that was in Moonlight.
I thought that was because any other black person that was just show up in random places in Marvel apart from Nick Fury, I thought it was going to be that guy from Loki. Because I know at the end of Loki, Kang the Conqueror is played by this black guy. But so yeah, that's Blade then.
Apparently.
So Black Knight's going to be with Blade.
Blade, ready to die.
That's going to be cool. Because what I was talking about before, the Midnight Suns, maybe they're setting that up. Because Moon Knight, Blade, and I guess Black Knight. But I don't know if Black Knight was part of the Midnight Suns, whatever they're called. Yeah.
Like Fury. I thought it was Nick Fury,
like
but then.
Fury.
Nah, I don't think it's Nick
Are you
Fury.
sure you want to do like Mr. Whitman?
But why is he coming after him? He's not a vampire. All Blade, as far as I know, the Blade we know, all he cares about is vampires. Don't care about nothing else. But I guess if he's forced into something else, he'll do stuff. You know.
Mysterious man.
That's what it said.
Yeah.
Can't believe they got Star Fox in there. As obviously Harry Styles. I heard about that, so that's why I wasn't shocked.
Yeah, I know.
And Pip the Troll, I was like, no, I haven't got my version of Pip the Troll out yet. But Pip the Troll's in it. But Pip the Troll was supposed to be.
Who's playing yours?
Peter Dinklage is my Pip the Troll.
Oh right.
But that's what people. That was the fan castings. I just did the fan castings, you know.
Do you think that Pip the Troll they could have done better than that? It's like
yeah, he looks like some guy on a TV show, doesn't he? Like just some random.
Why is it so CGI'd?
Yeah.
So many people to do that.
And like,
I don't even blame you.
Yeah, the film, man. The film was just kind of dead. Like, it just felt so bland. I felt like they didn't have much chemistry with each other at all. Even you cringed when he did that cheesy. Oh, you don't hug. Let's hug. Like, since when does he not hug? Did they establish that before? Did I miss something?
I guess because he has this kind of energy where he's like doesn't care about people and like
doesn't care about people. He literally like went against everyone just to make sure people don't kill each other.
He seemed like, you know, that.
He started crying. It's like people are killing everybody. You know, like I don't want people killing them. Let me control them all. So
But after that, he became like this cold guy. Maybe because he comes across cold.
And then before that, that guy was always like saying tropes like, "Yeah, I wanted to clip your wings, Icarus." Why? Icarus was just standing there doing nothing. He was not suspicious in the slightest. I mean, you guys did say he was going to end up being a bad guy, but that's because he was so good.
This film is so typical. It's so cliche.
Yeah, it's cliche. All the casting is just for super diverse woke points. I don't like the casting. Why can't they just stick to the comics and make them look like how they look in the comics? Like, they're still diverse. There's a Japanese dude that's one of them. There's a black guy that's one of the Eternals. Yeah. Like, when they switched it all up, like, I don't know.
Is it the same characters, but they just changed them?
Kind of. Like that Asian guy that did the Bollywood stuff, he's like Oriental Asian looking in the comics, you know. I don't know if he's Japanese or Chinese. He's an alien.
To be fair, I don't really mind the races. That
I thought the diversity was alright because obviously not.
The worst one is Ajax.
They made it like the comics, and they picked exactly who they're supposed to pick. The film would still be shit.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter.
But the problem is when you think about diversity so hard, you don't have time to think about how good the story is. If you just think about making a story good. No, I mean like when they're making it, that's what they were. You can tell that's what they were thinking about. They weren't thinking about making a good film. Like,
It's a shame because it could have been a good film. I feel like it had potential.
It's just I don't get it. Like, why were you making Ajax Ajax supposed to be some big dude? Like, that's what made it. I don't know, man. It just feels like it's not the comic.
These things you're saying. Do you think that if they had gone with that, it would have made the film better?
Well, it would have stopped them. It would have made them focus on the story more.
So
it would have got that shit out of the way.
The story, even the story, that's the thing. But even the story that they were doing, the concept of it, like when the Celestial, what's his name? Amaresh.
Amaresh, the best.
I still don't know how to say his name.
Amaresh.
Even when he appeared and he was telling her all these things, I was like, something's not right. Like, nothing fit. I didn't even know where to put my...
Everything he said was true, though.
I know, that's what's really bad. I didn't believe it so much because of how, like, typical and simple it sounded to me. Like, it's obvious what they're going to do in the end now, sort of thing. I didn't want it to be like that because, I don't know, I guess... I was expecting a twist or something.
It's just such a long-ass film for no reason. Like, bring them, they get separated, and they have to get back together again, and then they're separated again, and then they're together again. It's so long.
I don't know what. That's just dead, man. I don't know why.
I'm glad I didn't watch it in cinema. It's alright to watch it at home on a rainy day. But
yeah, it was kind of lame.
Day? I wouldn't even do that.
It was just bland. It wasn't interesting. The characters weren't fun. They weren't interesting. They were just when they tried to make them fun, it felt like they were trying to make them fun.
Yeah.
It didn't feel natural at all.
Even at the end, when
they barely had any chemistry with each other.
What's the black guy's name?
Don't know.
Fastos.
That's it.
Even with his son, like, you're still trying to treat his son like he hasn't seen everything that's happened. Like,
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, it's just stupid jokes.
Like, running around.
This didn't even have much jokes. It was more serious than other Marvel films. But when they did try and do jokes, it was just annoying still.
No, the jokes are terrible. The jokes are terrible. Like,
I mean, I'm glad they tried not to do jokes, but having loads of jokes wouldn't have made this any better. It would have made it worse.
It would have made it 10 times worse.
Yeah, so.
It
feels like Angelina Jolie is just wasted. She's just kind of there. Like I thought she was gonna be like an important character. And why is Cersei so important? Maybe I'm ignorant of the comics, but looking at the images of the Eternals in the comics, it looks like Icarus is supposed to be the important guy.
Why did he fly into the sun?
I don't know. Maybe he does that in a comic. I don't know. We're getting to the weird stages of the MCU now, where they're starting to use these weird characters that people don't really know.
I don't like the new generation Marvel.
But that's the thing. They have potential to make like a new.
But they did it with Guardians of the Galaxy, and everyone loved them. You know, no one knew who they were, and that was good.
Yeah, but it was so shit.
Probably because they weren't focused on making everything about we've got to represent this, represent deaf people, do this, do that, do this. I feel like that's what they're thinking outwardly about that stuff, rather than just just have her, she's cool, you know. And then they focus on the story. I think they're thinking.
You shouldn't have to even feel that need because these Eternals are not from Earth. They're not humans. They
just that's why Guardians of the Galaxy work, because they're just trying to write a sick story that's based on the comics. In this, they're not trying to write a sick story. They're trying to tick all these boxes, and when you try and tick all these boxes, I'm not just talking about diversity, I'm talking about the silly comedy, you know, the hero that's not really a hero but then turns into a hero right at the end, you know, all the cliches and stuff like that. Make the main character that you think is going to be the leader, Icarus, not really, and it's actually the girl that you didn't expect, Cersei, and all this kind of stuff. Build up for the next film with Harry Styles and Black Knight and all that stuff. You can feel, it feels like they were ticking boxes, and it's really weird because the woman that directed this, her name is Chloe Zhao, and she seems like someone that likes to do things differently. Like she likes to. She seems like more like an auteur that want to make things her own, but this felt very
think about
corporate though.
I can imagine the way that you're describing her. If she had the power to do her own thing, maybe you'd see a lot of that, but this is like the Marvel Universe, so I'm sure there's a lot of big guys.
I think
saying,
what's ruining this film, I reckon she wanted to do some shit, and then probably the corporate came in, and when you mix both of them, it just comes out a mess.
Yeah.
You either have to do one or the other fully, like, you know. Yeah, it was not very good. You know, it felt very felt like
even though they're these beings and fine, they're not real, like it's not real, you know, but even the concept of it seemed fake. That's why when that guy came out and was like telling Cersei about the Celestials and what they're supposed to do, what Eternals are supposed to do, like the concept of how they're made, even you made them look like, well, essentially they're robots, but you made something so like human to the point where even they believe, like, you know, they are something else, but at the same time you give them all this stuff, and then I just think it's very weird that you just expect them to, like,
why did he tell her anyway? Well, I'm probably missed it, but why did he tell her anything?
Because Ajak gave, like, she died, so she passed it on to she had to pass it on to someone. I don't think he knew Ajak's initial, like, thoughts about everything.
Amersham, or whatever his name is.
Isn't that a place?
Amersham's a place. Amarish, or whatever his name is. He didn't. Are you talking about Amarish not knowing who to give that thing to? Or?
No, what I'm saying is that
tell Cersei the story?
Because whoever, like, whatever Ajak was, whoever Ajak is.
Cersei needs to replace her. Needs to know that information.
Know everything.
Yeah, it makes sense. That information. Icarus even knew somehow, but I think Ajax told Icarus.
Yeah, because
that's why Icarus thought he was chosen.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what do you mean, Cersei? You weren't chosen. But then they keep telling Cersei she was chosen, but I feel like Icarus was probably chosen. They were both chosen for different things, though. Yeah. Ajax chose Icarus because that was when she was on the thing, you know, she was on, like, fucking up Earth. Then she changed her mind, so she chose Cersei. She chose both of them for different things.
But really, Icarus would be the one to do because he's powerful. But then Cersei had the power to actually stop it.
She had like the what's it called?
Yeah.
Like element manipulation or whatever power. I don't even know what the powers. Maybe I'll look into the Eternals and the comic version
Maybe
and
we
see.
need to do that before we can really criticise. But
But it shouldn't be like that because Guardians of the Galaxy, you didn't need to do that, did you?
Yeah,
You enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy without looking into the comics. I mean, watch the cartoon Avengers: Earth Mighty Hero, but you barely remember that, right?
No.
I don't think you remember even seeing them in it.
To be fair, it was just more of an introduction to the characters, but something wasn't right here, and I don't know.
Yeah, it just felt very bland, and I feel like the cast just didn't have much chemistry with each other, man.
That's one thing as well.
I don't know why. Maybe it's just me, but watching them, it felt like they didn't vibes, man. I don't know.
Did they use Kit Harington and that other guy on purpose?
Rob Stark and Kit Harington. Yeah, I don't know. If that was like stunt casting, they call that. When you cast someone that's got nothing to do with the storyline or anything, but it's just like, oh, that's fun seeing those actors together, It works sometimes. It's fun sometimes. Like in Heat, when you have Robert De Niro going against Al Pacino,
But that's different. That's like a iconic thing.
or having Sylvester Stallone go against Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Iconic people. Rob
Stark and Jon Snow are kind of iconic.
They're iconic in their own way, but maybe not in this.
Not on this level.
Way.
Yeah.
They put people like Harry Styles in it. Like what?
Harry Styles is a big character. That's Thanos' brother. Eros.
You better do that.
When I saw Pip come in, I thought he's not going to introduce Adam Warlock. That'd be weird. That don't make no sense.
That would have been the best part of the film. Sure.
The best person in the film was actually Kit Harington. I actually kind of liked the way he was acting. I don't know why. He was the only one that was being normal. I liked Kit Harington. He was like cool, but he wasn't.
You find it odd that he was kind of. I mean, I guess I wasn't paying much attention because there was like scenes where they were talking about his story, like his background. I think Cersei gave him a ring that was supposed to be like something to do with his heritage or something like this. So I guess there was hints there that he's something powerful or whatever, but I find it very odd that he was just this guy and now he's just got powers and he's able to...
Yeah, we don't even know his story. Like, maybe we'll find out more about him, but it's just like they didn't do a very good job of... They should have done something quite significant to show there's something about him.
Right.
I didn't even remember that ring scene you're talking about. That's what, like, the sword bit. The only reason I'm even excited is because I know who he was supposed to be. If I didn't know anything about Black Knight, I'd be like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, that.
I would have been like, what? Why has he got a sword? Who is he?
When you were telling me about it, I thought maybe they'll do like weird, is it tropes where they might do like Easter eggs and things.
Yeah.
To show that he could be that, or maybe he's got family heritage or whatever. But I didn't think it was actually going to happen. Like, it didn't make any sense.
Well, I don't know. I don't think if you didn't know about him, you probably wouldn't think anything of it until he's like, oh, I've got my family history. He's like, oh, what's he talking about? And then at the end you see, I think it would just been pretty.
Can you imagine not knowing anything? Like, you just see Eros walk in, you see that Pip the troll, you'd be like, what's going on? Like, what is this? Is this like The Hobbit now or something? Like Lord of the Rings all of a sudden? What the fuck? Why they got swords and stuff? Someone that's not into the comics would be bare confused.
I mean,
you just accept anything in Marvel now, I guess.
Like this new generation.
Yeah, it feels a bit not as focused as the old one. Like, we had a clear bad guy, Thanos. He had the Infinity Stones. Like, you saw the characters all getting built up in their films. And then you did have, like, side films like Guardians of the Galaxy and that's about it. Maybe Captain Marvel. But
Kit Harington's good actor, so maybe he'll do good, but I don't know.
Shang-Chi was good.
Yeah, that was alright.
that was okay, but even that felt a bit like...
I liked it.
It was just a bit,
Do you know why it was
alright.
When they were in that place where
it's better than this.
they were like learning and stuff, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And Shang-Chi.
Yeah,
that was cool. Yeah, Shang-Chi was better than
fighting
Eternals.
more, like, that's probably one of the reasons why it was good.
Yeah, fighting was
What do you
sick
think
in
about
that
fighting
action
in
scene.
this film?
Look like almost TV shit,
All the
man.
different powers, you didn't think it was...
Nah, they're boring. They're all just boring. They're all boring characters. They're not interesting, man.
Well, you still don't know what they do at the end of the film. It's like, that's quite bad.
Yeah, they're just so boring. Like, Well, the humans, we gotta help the humans. No, we shouldn't help the humans, but the humans. That's what they talk about. You know, it's boring. Anyway, that's our thoughts on the Eternals. That's my reaction. Thanks, Invisible, Kemi and Di. You can stop using your sprite powers now.
Lame. It's gonna be so weird when you upload this. It looks like it's talking to no one.
Nah, it's not that bad. We've done this before. It looks not that bad.
Edit us in there.
I'll put you in there as like little cardboard cutouts or something. Yeah. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What you thought of Eternals if you've seen it. And yeah.
No dislike.
Peace. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.